Dr. B. Mohammed Nawaz, Associate Professor of Chemistry, Islamic College, Manipuri. I am going to teach chemical sciences, which is very much useful for students appearing CSE or UGC NET set examination. In the chemical sciences, my part is physical chemistry, in which I am going to teach about the electrochemistry. In electrochemistry, the important topic is redox systems. In redox systems, in all electrochemical reactions, particularly in a cell reactions, both oxidation and reduction occurs simultaneously. That is, when we have a cell, particularly an electrochemical cell, the electrical energy is produced because of chemical energy takes place inside the cell. Now let us consider a cell made up of two half cells. In one half cell, a zinc electrode is dipped in a zinc sulfate solution. And in another half cell, copper electrode dipped in corresponding electrolytic solution, that is copper sulfate solution. These two electrodes are connected externally by a galvanometer. When these two electrodes are connected externally by a metallic wire, in the case of zinc electrode, left hand side half cell, oxidation occurs. That is, liberation of electron occurs. That is, zinc oxidized to give zinc 2 plus 2 electrons. That is, oxidation reaction. Whereas in the case of right hand side half cell, the reduction occurs. What is reduction? Reduction is nothing but gaining of electrons or acceptance of electrons. These two electrons donated by zinc is accepted by Cu2 plus ions present in the copper sulfate solution, and they get reduced to copper. So here both oxidation and reduction occurs simultaneously. Because of this electron transfer, usually electron transfer occurs from zinc electrode to copper electrode. That is why galvanometer shows deflection towards right hand side. There will be a movement of electron occurs from zinc to copper. Now let us write the overall cell reaction. In the case of left hand side of cell, it is called anode. At anode where oxidation occurs, that is, zinc liberates 2 electrons and undergoes oxidation. This is oxidation. The left hand side half cell is called a cathode, where the gaining of electron occurs. The Cu2 plus ions takes up these 2 electrons and reduce to copper. When we add these two, we get overall cell reaction. Here, this is called total cell reaction. In the total cell reaction, zinc get oxidized and copper get reduced. Because of this, what happens due to this chemical reaction, the electrical energy is produced. That is why this is called a galvanic cell. It is also called electrochemical cell. When any electrode is in contact with its own ion solution, see, I told you that zinc electrode dipped in zinc sulfate solution, it has tendency to get oxidized. Therefore, it is called oxidation potential. Similarly, copper electrode dipped in copper sulfate solution, it has tendency to get reduced. Therefore, it is called reduction potential. So, in many number of electrochemical cell, at one electrode oxidation occurs, at other electrode the reduction occurs. Because of this, there will be a decrease in free energy occurs at the expense of production of electrical energy. Therefore, by thermodynamics, the decrease in potential energy is given as, that is, delta G is equal to minus NFE, where E is the EMF of a cell, or we can say it is an electrode potential. For a cell to be occur, for a cell to be spontaneous and feasible, the EMF should be positive. Then only delta G will be negative. When delta G is negative, then the cell reaction is feasible. It will occur. Okay. So what happens? Similarly, when an electrode is dipped in a solution of concentration of exact 1 molar and it is at 25 degrees centigrade, okay, at 25 degrees centigrade, then the potential developed is called standard electrode potential. Okay, it is represented as E naught. E naught is nothing but standard electrode potential. So therefore, for every cell, there should be a decrease in free energy. It should be, the EMF should be positive. For standard electrode potential, the same equation, we can write it as delta G naught equal to minus NF E naught. See, every electrode has its own oxidation potential and reduction potential. Oxidation potential actually shows it has a tendency to liberate electron and make the other metal ions to get reduced. The galvanic cell that we have studied is usually represented as zinc is in contact with zinc 2 plus ions, which is separated by a salt bridge, and this copper 2 plus ions are in contact with copper. This is solid and this is solid. This single line represents electrolyte interface, whereas the double line represents there is a salt bridge which separating the two half cells. So every cell is made up of two half cells. In one electrode, oxidation occurs and the other electrode, reduction occurs. Usually is a negatively charged electrode. The electrode where reduction occurs is cathode. This is the usually convention using in the electrochemical cells. Now, using this, usually the EMF of a cell, is usually calculated as reduction potential of left hand electrode, minus reduction potential of right hand electrode. So, to find out the EMF of any cell or any electrode, it should be connected with a standard cell. Usually that standard cell used is hydrogen electrode. Hydrogen electrode has standard electrode potential. That is, what is actually hydrogen electrode? Hydrogen electrode is nothing but a platinum wire or a foil is immersed in a solution of H plus ions whose concentration is exactly 1 molar and in which a hydrogen gas of exactly 1 atmospheric pressure is passed through the solution. This is called hydrogen electrode. Okay? In the case of hydrogen electrode, what happens? It undergoes a reduction to give hydrogen gas. Therefore, the EMF produced by standard hydrogen electrode is always 0. But exactly it is not 0 for the assumption we are using it is equal to 0 because it is used as a reference electrode. It is connected with other electrodes to find out the EMF of any electrode or the electrode potential of any electrode cannot be calculated individually. The single electrode potential, okay, cannot be calculated individually. It should be connected with the standard, usually the reference electrode, hydrogen electrode. From this, we can subtract the EMF of the EMF values. From this, we can find out the EMF of a cell. This is the basic of the electrochemical cells. Using these cells, we are going to solve some of the problems. These are all the problems usually asked in net set examination. We will discuss one by one. Now, the first question is the standard reduction potentials for zinc, nickel, iron, are minus 0.23 and minus 0.44 respectively. the reaction will be spontaneous when x plus y2 plus gives x2 plus y. The options given are A, x is equal to Fe, y is equal to Zn. Option B, x is equal to Zn, zinc, y is equal to nickel. Option C, x is equal to nickel, y is equal to iron. Option B is x is equal to nickel, y is equal to zinc. The four options are given. The different reduction potentials. The reduction potential of zinc is minus 0.76. The reduction potential of nickel is minus 0.23. And the reduction potential of iron is minus 0.44 volt is given in the problem. If the cell reaction to be spontaneous, okay, x plus y 2 plus gives x2 plus y. Four options are given. How to find out which is the perfect coupled? We have to find out. For that, listen. The reduction potential values are always negative values. See, reduction potential actually shows negative values. Okay, negative values. It is given. Now, which is having tendency to undergo oxidation? Here, X undergoes oxidation, Y undergoes reduction. For example, first we have to find out which has higher oxidation potential. The oxidation potential or reverse of reduction potential. See, the oxidation potential first can be written as potentials for zinc is found to be minus 0.6, but I am writing 0.76 volt because it is oxidation potential. Similarly, for nickel, its value is plus 0.23. Okay. For iron, its value is found to be plus 0.44. I have changed the sign because I have written the oxidation potential of these electrodes. Now, when you look at this oxidation potential, among these three, zinc has higher value, that is 0.76 volt. So therefore, zinc has higher oxidation potential than iron. Iron is having higher oxidation potential than nickel. So therefore, see, x plus y2 plus gives x2 plus y. This equation we can write it as using this oxidation potentials. See, here x can be written as zinc because it easily undergoes oxidation, higher oxidation potential, and okay, whereas see which is having least value is having what is called nickel. So therefore it is nickel 2 plus to give zinc 2 plus nickel. Okay. So therefore, among these 4 options, we have to choose B is the answer, because X is having, zinc is having higher oxidation potential and nickel is having higher reduction potential. Okay. So therefore, see, this is how we have to solve this type of problem. That is, greater the positive value, greater will be the oxidation potential, greater will be the tendency to undergo oxidation. So this is the answer. Now let us discuss the next problem. Second problem. The standard reduction potentials E naught for the half reactions are the reactions are given as zinc 2 plus 2 electrons, E naught value, the standard electrode potential for this is plus 0.76 volt. For iron, the standard EMF is now we have to find out the EMF for the cell reaction. Fe 2 plus zinc gives zinc 2 plus iron. The options given are minus 0.35 volt, B plus 0.35 volt, C plus 1.17 volt, D minus 1.17 volt. How to find out the answer for this type of problem? Say, 2 half cell reactions are given. Zinc undergoes oxidation. Its standard EMF value is given plus 0.76 volt. And iron is converted into Fe2 plus. Iron undergoes oxidation. Its standard reduction potential is given as 0.41 volts. Okay. Now we have to find out the EMF of the cell. The EMF of the cell, the concentrations are not given, but the E naught of this E naught cell, we have to find out the EMF for the cell reaction. We know that the formula is the standard reduction potential of actually it is iron electrode, and here zinc electrode. Now we have to substitute the reduction potential values. When you write down the reduction potential values, here it is actually reduction. So therefore, for iron we have 0.41 volt, but we have to write minus 0.4141 volt. We have to change the sign because it undergoes reduction. Similarly, minus, what is the reduction potential of zinc electrode given? Plus 0.76. Here it undergoes reduction, therefore I have to put minus sign, minus 0.76 volt. It will be equal to minus into minus plus 0.76 volt minus 0.41 volt. The value will be 0.35 volt. Therefore, the answer is B. Here, this is the equation or the equation used to find out the EMF of a cell, because the E naught cell will be equal to E naught reduction minus E naught reduction at the right, or E naught reduction, or we can write it as E naught oxidation. Okay, E naught oxidation. So therefore what happens? But here reduction minus oxidation, but here it undergoes reduction, therefore we have to change the sign, then the value of EMF of a cell is going to be 0.35 volt. Next problem we are going to study problem number 3. The reduction potential of hydrogen half cell will be negative if 4 options are given. Pressure of hydrogen equal to 1 atmospheric pressure, and concentration of H plus equal to 2m. Option B, pressure of hydrogen gas is 1 atmospheric pressure and concentration of H plus equal to 1m. Option C, pressure of hydrogen equal to 2 atmospheric pressure and concentration of H plus equal to 1m. Option D, pressure of hydrogen equal to 2 atmospheric pressure and concentration of H plus equal to 2m. In the problem it is given the reduction potential of hydrogen half cell will be negative. That means the reduction potential of hydrogen is negative. What is the meaning? It undergoes reduction. Reduction means the H plus in aqueous medium, it takes up electron and itself gets reduced to hydrogen gas. Or the same equation can be written as 2H plus 2 electron gives hydrogen gas. This is the reduction reaction. So for that, we have to find out the reduction potential by using the Nernst equation. When we use the Nernst equation for this reaction, using Nernst equation, divided by 2, because 2 electron transferred into log of pressure of hydrogen divided by H plus 2 ions are there, therefore I am writing like this. On solving this, we know that the standard electrode potential of hydrogen electrode is always 0. Therefore, equal to, this is 0, minus 0.0591 divided by 2 into this log of pressure of hydrogen gas divided by H plus square. So when will be this EMF value will be negative? Only when this should be greater than 1. This value should be greater than 1. Then only the reduction potential of hydrogen will be negative. So we have to substitute the values of pressure of hydrogen gas and the H plus ions concentration given in the 4 options, and we have to find out in which this value is found to be greater than 1. Now let us see. For example, in the option A, the pressure of hydrogen is given as 1 and pressure and concentration of H plus is taken as given as 2. 1 by 2 square, it will be equal to 1 by 4, it is less than 1. So it is not the answer. Now let us try the option B. The pressure of hydrogen gas is given as 1 and the concentration of H plus ions is taken as 1, this square. It is 1 by 1 equal to 1. So it is equal to 1, so this is not the answer. When we look at C, the pressure of hydrogen is given as 2 and the concentration of H plus ions is given as 1 square. It will be equal to 2. Automatically it is greater than 1. So therefore C is the exact option for this. Okay, then only this logarithm value of these two values will be greater than 1. Then only the reduction potential of hydrogen half cell will be negative. Okay. Now let me pass on to the Fourth problem. Given E naught value for chromium reduction is minus 0.74 volts and E naught value for MnO4 minus reduced to Mn2 plus, its value is 1.51 volt. E naught value of dichromate anion reduced to chromium, its value is 1.33 volt. Then the standard reduction potential of chlorine is 1.36 volt. Based on the data given, strongest oxidizing agent will be four options are given: A, Cl minus, B, chromium 3 plus, C, Mn2 plus, D, MnO4 minus. See, when we look at this, first we have to see the reduction potentials of chromium is minus 0.74 volt. Manganate to manganese is 1.51 volt. For chromium it is 1.33. For chlorine it is 1.36 volt. Now we have to look at this, which is having higher reduction potential. See, it is 0.74. Manganese has 1.51. Chromium 1.33. Chlorine 1.36. Among these four, MnO4 minus has higher reduction potential. So among these, the highest reduction potential is 1.51 volt, which is for manganese. Why we have to choose the highest reduction potential? Because it will easily undergoes reduction. When it is easily undergoes reduction, it is responsible to oxidize other ion. So when it is responsible to oxidize other ion, automatically it has the strongest oxidizing agent. So therefore, the electrode or the ion which is having highest reduction potential will be used as strongest oxidizing agent, because whenever any ion is having highest reduction potential, it is mostly responsible to oxidize other ions that act as the strongest oxidizing agent. So therefore, among these four, this MnO4 minus ion is used as the strongest oxidizing agent. Okay. The next problem. A standard hydrogen electrode potential. A standard hydrogen electrode has zero electrode potential. Because options given are hydrogen is easier to oxidize. Option B, this electrode potential is assumed to be zero. C, hydrogen atom has only one electron. D, hydrogen is the lightest element. These four options are given. We have to choose the correct answer. The first option is hydrogen is easier to oxidize. Second option, this electrode potential is assumed to be zero. Third option, hydrogen atom has only one electron. Fourth option, hydrogen is the latest element. Listen. Hydrogen electrode is the standard and reference electrode. Its electrode potential is found to be zero. But remember, the hydrogen electrode, we know that what is hydrogen electrode? Hydrogen electrode is nothing but a vessel containing platinum foil dipped in a solution of H+ ions of unit concentration and hydrogen gas of exact 1 atmospheric pressure is bubbled through it. Its standard electrode potential is assumed to be zero. But actually it is not zero. It is assumed to be zero because it is used as a reference electrode. Why it is used as a reference electrode? To find out the EMF of the other electrode can be found out by combining with this. So therefore, it is assumed to be zero. Therefore, this electrode potential is assumed to be zero. Is zero. So B is the correct answer. So like this. These are all the very simple problems usually asked in NET and SET examination. So, with all these basic knowledge, we have to solve this type of problems. In the next class, we will discuss the other problems. Okay? Thank you very much.